happy to help anybody, not just an Auburn graduate, but anybody who's trying to make it in television. The first film that I ever made was a documentary, and it was when I was a senior here at Auburn. We were in the middle of a recession then. This was 1971. And I knew that I was never going to be able to find a job without something to show what I could do. And there was nothing really at Auburn at that time to do that. I mean, it just didn't exist. So I applied for a grant and got the grant and decided that I wanted to make a documentary. And I was taking a sociology course then. And I really liked my sociology professor. And I said, you know, I've got this grant and I want to do a documentary about something that I feel is important. We had been talking about rehabilitation, and he said, you know, the Alabama prison system has a rehab program that tries to keep these prisoners from becoming recidivists and going back into prison. And he said, I think that would be a great thing to do. And I thought about it and said, yeah. That documentary got me a job at the CBS station in Montgomery. It's my first job out of college. And they ran that documentary about 4 times because they, back then the FCC required that you spend, you know, so many hours of programming doing public service. They didn't have anything. I think when they hired me, what they really wanted was the documentary, but I came with it. When I graduated from Auburn, I really didn't have a lot of help in the biz. There were very few people that graduated from Auburn in radio, TV, and film then. And of those of us that did, very few of us ever got a job in the business. Without someone to kind of mentor me in the job of finding a job, it was really difficult. And a lot of people have helped me along the way in my career, and I'm always happy to try and help somebody that has what I think are the key personality traits to be successful in this business. You've got to have the work ethic for this. You've got to give, especially on your first job here. You've really got to put the time in. I mean, getting your foot in the door is probably going to mean an internship. If you're lucky enough to get an internship, then you've got to, I mean, no matter what they ask you to do that's reasonable, then you really need to do it, and you need to do it right now and do it with a smile on your face. And if it's something that you feel is beneath you, you need to do it anyway. Personality means so much. I mean, there are people that I know that never advanced very far in their career because they just didn't know how to work with people. They just weren't people that enjoyed being around other people. And this is a team sport. And you've got to play well with others. I'm Rob Rainey. This is My Auburn Story, War Eagle.